So this is my second long format video. As you can see, I don't have my hair done. I don't have gel or anything to put on that. Anyways, to the point. I don't have a script either. You'll have to deal with me and the note, which is good, right? I can read directly from the source. So in this case, I want to share with you, I took a master class. There's this platform, I'll put it on the screen. It's kind of like Netflix, but you get to learn something different from experts in this case. The course is called Read, Lead, and Influence Any Room, given by Vanessa Van Edwards. The lesson starts with a bold statement saying that the first impression does not happen when you open your mouth, but instead the first time that they see you. So we open then with 3 nonverbal cues, which is the hand gestures. If you use your hands to express yourself, how long, or if you can, how long you can keep eye contact with them. Author recommends up to 80%. Anything beyond that will be considered as invasive. So if you're having a conversation, you can still turn your head, tilt your head, kind of like thinking, oh, let me see my hand, my watch, let me play with my ring while I give you the answer. Because if you sustain like 100% fixed gaze, then it's like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? Okay. Third thing that she proposes as nonverbal cues is the broad posture. So in this case, and I can vouch for that, when you go into a room that you don't know, you don't feel as comfortable as always, and so you may arrive, and when you take a seat, you immediately lean forward and put your shoulders as well, kind of like a little turtle, right? So then the lesson is that you need to straight up put your shoulders back, and if there's somewhere where you can rest your arms, please go ahead and do it. Grab that space, so that when people see you, they're like, oh, that person's comfortable here. Yes. And like, you're comfortable enough with taking room. You don't make less of yourself. You don't make yourself small. That makes sense, right? Lesson 2 is act, move, and speak like a leader. In this case, she shares with us some of these how to say it, tips and tricks. I'll use tips and tricks. So the first one, fronting. You are in front of the person, and so you're giving them your full attention, right? If you are like this, then it's like, kind of want to listen to you, but if anything happens, I'm ready to go. And if somebody gets to you, approaches you, and then you only tilt your head, then it's like, what do you want? What do you want? Right? If you're interested into having a conversation, or if you're at work, it's highly recommended that you turn yourself slightly to front the other person. We also have mirroring. It proposes the idea that people have certain way of communicating, right? And if they lean back, or if they lean forward, or if they use too much of their hands, that you can also mirror certain aspects of it. So that if you see them leaning back, maybe, oh, they're feeling comfortable, let me show them that I'm also comfortable. They're leaning forward, they want me to listen to them. Okay, let me, okay. You don't have to exaggerate the move, but you can, okay, tell me. If you notice, I'm tilting my head and I'm giving you my right ear, like kind of I'm hearing what you have to say. Okay. Leveling, I do this a lot with my dogs. I get to their same level, and I'm sorry about the comparison. I know we're talking about people and whatnot, but still, well, the idea is that if you're sitting, if you're sitting and somebody comes, you invite them to take a seat, or you raise to their level. And the other way around, if you go into the room and they don't stand up, you ask them, hey, may I take a seat? So that you are all at the same level. A little tip here, if you're about to take an interview, I will also strongly and highly recommend that if they're sitting, you also take a seat. So this is the same thing, level, because if you don't, there's a chance that you start moving around, just showing that nervousness. And as much as it hurts to hear, they don't want to hire someone who's nervous, who can control his emotions, who's anxious, right? So sitting down will help you with both leveling and being calm at that interview. Same thing with the fronting. You don't want to take your notes on a different screen or a different computer. If you have the camera on the side, it looks like you're not giving them your full attention. We spoke about it before. So you want to face 100% the camera as well, pointing to your head, forehead, face, shoulder, chest level, that you can show your hands. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm communicating with you, right? Moving forward, lesson number 3, we have the secret traits that impact influence. And so I learned that we have 2 other traits inside of charisma. One of them will be warmth, and the other will be competence. And so if you want to be as charismatic as possible, it's ideal that you have perfect balance between these two. So a warm person is the one that is always happy, is always smiling, laughing, making jokes. He's easy to approach. He's sweet, but he probably is not a good leader. And on the other end, we have the competence. So they're, you know that they're masters at their craft, right? But you also feel like you cannot interrupt them, or they're not easy to approach. And if they are very, very cold, you may think that they are not good team players. So the leader's magic formula is the sweet spot. You can trust me, you can come, I'll be here, I'll smile to you, I'll turn and front you, I'll give you my full attention, and you can know, you can rest assured that I know what I'm talking about. Looks good, right? Next one. Of course, I'm missing the warmth cues. What would make people feel like you're warm? You tilt your head. It's especially recommended when you're giving bad news. Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, you nod, you smile, you laugh authentically, your eyebrows rise like, don't tell. You're thoughtful, you're curious, you tap into people's interests, you ask them how their day is going. A special recommendation to not point fingers, which we're already aware of, but instead she proposes the idea to point with the full palm, whether upside down, whether that is upwards or downward. And the one that I love the most is the hover touch. Some people, when you try to get their attention, right, you put your hand on their arm and they immediately react to it, right? If you don't want to break that physical barrier, but you still want to grab their attention, you can hover your hand, like little over your hand, and that will draw their attention. You're not touching them, so there is no bad reaction, but you still grab their attention, like, hey, okay. For competence cues, we have the gestures, and something that I can highlight here is the power phrases. It's no no I think, no maybe. It's let's do this, I suggest, I believe. So you are so certain of what you're about to say, and that's how it come across, right? Lesson 4, we discuss about micro expressions and how they decode hidden cues. I'll put them on the screen now so you can see what anger looks like, contempt, disgust, happiness, and the real happiness and the fake happiness, fear, surprise, sadness. Micro expressions then will be useful whenever you're having conversation. So if you notice that they raise their eyebrow, right, very briefly, that'll be the micro expression. That's why it's called a micro expression. Very, very little, and it lasts microseconds. So you gotta pay attention to who you're talking to, okay? If you're sharing some news and they move their lips like sad, it's not going to be really expressive. It's going to be a micro expression, like, so you know that what you just said cost something on them. The recommendation then is to be aware of those expressions and leverage, because not everybody knows this information. If you can then react accordingly, if you see a specific emotion, then hey, how does this feel for you? Hey, can we check in here? Let's pause and take a moment to further discuss this before we further discuss. Lesson number 5, it's about leading with your voice. In this one lesson, I did find something really interesting. When you are extremely nervous, we can go back to having an interview, you can yawn before you start. So it's real, you yawn, and all of a sudden you feel more calm. The author says that this is the exact opposite of being nervous, and you're so calm, so at ease, you relax, so you yawn. Okay. Lesson number 7, we're almost done here. Make body language your superpower. If you are to arrive to a room, like I said before, plant both feet and take space, take your room. Don't touch your face, don't start fidgeting something with your fingers, don't close the fist, don't close your arms. Be open for that conversation. Be as relaxed as possible. Lesson number 8, be smart with space. We have the physical space zones. I will put them on the screen as well. We have public for 7 feet, social for 4 to 7, personal 2 to 4 feet, and intimate 18 inches. We also discussed the distance when you sit at a table, and if you're at a flanking position, how much influence you can have on whoever is giving out that in presentation. If you're on the middle seat, it is highly recommended that you use those tips that we've shared before, like tilting, noting, fronting, all of those. Okay. The final recommendation comes for the expert powers. So this is my favorite part. It says that quiet confident quiet confidence that comes from knowing your stuff and you're unique, that your skills and perspective bring something nobody else can. Identify your highlights: running productive meetings, organizing information, translating complex topics, using social emotional skills that elevate the team. Hey, you can do it. I trust you. Sensing when someone feels excluded. Hey, I don't know if you've noticed. Hey, come here with us. Breaching personality clashes. Hey, I've noticed you guys don't get along, but being the first to laugh or clap. Oh man, that was amazing. Yeah, kudos. Delivering feedback thoughtfully. There must be something that only you can do with your own set of skills, with everything you've learned in this life. And the recommendation is for you to know that whenever you show up at a room, you must know what are your highlights, what are you good at, and that will give you some confidence, and I would say a lot of confidence. Anyways, if you made it to the end, I cannot thank you enough. I know I don't have the lights, the room, the effects, the sound, the editing skills, but we're going there. This is my second video. I'm really proud of myself. I was about to not record anything because I didn't have the script. I wasn't ready. I forgot to buy the gel or mousse or whatever that I need to put on my hair. And so I forced myself to take this video. At the same time, I think it's a good thing. I feel, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel that this is so much better than having a script. Arguably, right? Not so much better. I can do so much better, and I will. See you in the next video.